The earth breaks what it makes and puts it in the ocean. And along with all that stuff that's going to the ocean is everything that we put in the water with it, whether it's good stuff or bad stuff. We really need to pay attention to that because it doesn't just affect us, it affects everything downstream from us.
Oregon is home to a vast array of natural resources. Known for good weather, good soil, and clean water, the agricultural industry is at the heart of Oregon manufacturing.
Agriculture is a huge part of the Rogue Valley and Oregon as a whole.
These landowners are invested in their communities, their families, and their environment. And they have an intimate understanding of the role they play in preserving our natural resources for future generations.
Almost all the towns around Medford and the city of Grants Pass, at least at times of the year, pull their drinking water directly out of the Rogue River, which is affected by tributaries to the Rogue River.
Agricultural water quality rules across Oregon state that no one can pollute waters of the state and that riparian vegetation is required.
Every Oregon watershed has an Ag Water Quality Management Area Plan.
The Agricultural Water Quality Management Area Plan is a tool for landowners to understand agricultural water quality concerns in their area and how to address those concerns on their property. There are 38 management areas in the state of Oregon. Each area has a plan and rules that were developed by the Oregon Department of Agriculture and local advisory committee.
There are 4 major water quality concerns related to agriculture: water temperature, bacteria, nutrients, and sediment.
There are many different ways for landowners to reach water quality standards.
Planting riparian areas to act as filter strips to filter out anything that's running off the surface.
Good ground cover is really important for both erosion control and also for filtration of nutrients and bacteria and sediment.
Switching over to sprinkler or pressurized irrigation systems is a great way to prevent pretty much all overland flow from returning to creeks and streams. But there are things, even if you're on a flood irrigation system, that you can do to better manage that water, using things like gated pipe systems, using tow ditches and berms, using retention ponds to collect water instead of letting tailwater run back into streams.
When you're irrigating and fertilizing, one of the rules of thumb is that you apply at agronomic rates.
You know, just following the labels on applications for fertilizer and pesticides. If you're overusing, yeah, you're contributing some sort of pollution to water somewhere, but you're also wasting money. And that's going to make you less successful as a rancher or a farmer.
On farms or agricultural operations where there's a lot of animal husbandry, there may be a lot of manure on the property. Rain or irrigation return water can bring that bacteria back into the creek.
And then one of the things I think that's probably least mentioned is just grazing practices. You know, if you allow cattle or any sort of livestock kind of free access to an entire field, that field is going to look like somebody's lawn. It's going to be nice and low, and it's not going to do anything to trap sediment as it's running off the field.
As non-regulatory agencies, local soil and water conservation districts can provide site visits, technical assistance, design, and planning.
You know, sometimes regulations can be sort of overwhelming. You know, what is a riparian planting plan? You know, what can I or can I not do in a stream? We are sort of that intermediary step between an agency that would be a regulatory agency, and a lot of times when we're working with the landowner, that regulatory agency will back off.
SWCDs are the key partner in making Oregon's agricultural water quality program a success.
We're not telling anybody what to do with their land. What somebody does with their land is generally a personal choice. What we're trying to do is provide scientific-based input on how to manage that land for whatever goal the landowner might have.
For a copy of your Ag Water Quality Quick Guide, head over to Jackson Soil and Water Conservation District. Resources and technical assistance are available at no charge.